Okay, bit of a different vlog for you today because we're going to do questions and answers, because about a month ago I put on my YouTube channel, I said ask me any question that you want and I'll give you the answers to it, and I never have as yet up until now. Now I'm in Tenerife. I've got myself a nice glass of Copperberg cider there. I think I might have gone for the wrong one though. I went for strawberry rather than mixed fruit, but there we go. Anyway, so as I say, I'm over in Tenerife, in La Flaca, I think this is La Flaca, and if you want to pop along and say hi to Joe, who used to be on Tenerife Uncovered, he's now running this bar. Okay, so there's nobody here at the moment because it's only just opened, and Wigan Pier is next door, which is where I've picked up a drink of cider from. Okay, so let's go through some of the questions and give you answers to these questions. I'll go through, there's quite a few of them, there's about 153, so I'm going to skip through them. I have read most of them, some of them are a little close to the knuckles, so we'll see how far we can go with them. First of all, it says, we've got Kevin's Moother, not a question, Lee, but would you be able to do a behind the scenes of a, what's going on there with the sun? A behind the scenes of a day on your channel, how you edit, how your day pans out, and it would be interesting. Yeah, sure. I'd have to get, do you know what would be the best way to do that? Would be to get one of my other vlogging friends to actually do it, and then they could film me while I'm actually filming, etc. So that would be that would be good. Then we've got Naughty Studios. How's the new house going, Lee? I hope you and your lovely family will be all moved in and settled for Christmas. It's going okay, going really well. It isn't finished yet, and it won't be until next March time, etc. And we'll go between there and Leeds, between each other's houses. It's going really well, thank you. And my office is coming along superb. I've got all the lights in and the ceiling, etc. And then I've got to get all the TVs, monitors, etc. and things in like that. So it'll be probably springtime before we get into the new office. And then we've got, I'll skip through some. Neil Bland, here we go. What a fabulous idea, Lee. Well, my question is tech. Now, I know you, Neil, and you've been a viewer of the channel for quite a while. Which tech item you currently own is your best and favourite, as well as your most sought after item? Can you do some more tech reviews on your channel, please? I really love how you do them. My most best and favourite tech item, I'm going to say, is my phone and my phones, because I've got the 15 Pro here and the 14 Pro Max that I'm filming on there, and also a 14 Pro that I keep as a backup. So I'm going to say my iPhones. Most sought after tech. Wow, the most sought after tech, I would say, I don't really, do you know what, as of late, I've not been as interested in tech. I've just used my phone and I've been fairly happy with it, I will say. I'm just trying to think, most sought after tech. I'd probably like the DJI Osmo 3, is it, or something that Jeff Carter's got. I'd like one of those. But basically I've got all the pro cameras, etc., and I just like to use my phones because they're unobtrusive. You can take the microphone and tripod off, etc., and use them. Here we go, we've got another one. This is a good one, actually. Chris J. Hammond. Hi Lee, I hope you're well. Hearing about your studio managing and videography background, I've always been interested. Did you ever envision a metaphoric rise of YouTube, and was it always your long-term plan to make content on the platform? I don't think it was really. It was a bit of a surprise to see how YouTube took off. I've always done filming and videography, etc., but it was a massive surprise because even with the newspapers, they didn't think that the internet was going to take off, and it took them by surprise, the newspapers, and obviously that's why newspapers now have been overtaken by the rise of the internet, etc. Did I plan to make content on the platform? I didn't until I saw a vlogger of mine called Casey Neistat, and I was filming before him because obviously I'm a lot older than him, but he did YouTube, and I thought, wow, yeah, I'd love to do that, and I could do that. So that was why the wind's picking up, by the way. Wow. So that's why I got into it. Hi Lee, this is Rebecca Rowson. Hi Lee, loving your content. I would like to know, if it was your last day on earth, what would you spend it doing? I hope that's not too morbid of a question, and I hope you managed to see this. I do manage to see that. If it was my last day on earth, obviously it's a bit of a cliche, everyone would say it, but of course I would. I'd spend it with my family, with my children, and with no mobile devices and no technology around me whatsoever. And that would be it. That's all I would want to do, spend it with my family and my children, especially my children. You mentioned visiting, this is from Sean Preston, you mentioned visiting various places in the UK next year. Any chance Silver Fox can fly over and join you? He's like the male version of Miriam Margoyle. With his unpredictability. Do you know what? He actually is. She's very unpredictable. As you've seen her on lots of programmes, you never know what she's going to say. I don't know whether we can get Martin back to the UK, but I could always go, well, I will be going back to see him in the US. John Rimmer. Ah, hello. You're right, John. I met you in New Jersey. Hi Lee, what things do you miss when living in New Jersey and New York over living in England? Take care. I miss my friends. Most of my friends, obviously I have friends in the UK, but very limited friends in the UK. Most of my friends are in the US, in New Jersey and New York, and I miss my friends when I'm over in the UK. When I miss Hoboken, it feels like my home, but you know, times change, so I'm going to say friends over there. Ooh, friends. We've got my eyesight's getting worse here. Filianuzi. Hi Lee, just found the channel, loving it, lol. So can you charge an electric car on a solar panel, or how many would you need? Seem to be popping up a lot on the houses around here. I guess you can if you've got solar panels on your house, but I think you'd probably be better off asking Jeff Buys Cars, my new YouTube friend there. Moving on from that, we've got Malice in Punderland. Malice in Punderland. Hi Lee, I wondered, who is your all-time favourite comedians? Obviously very influential in your videos. I would say my all-time favourite comedians. I love Morecambe and Wise. I love old school comedy. I'm not really keen on the modern comedy, to be honest. I do like Ricky Gervais. I think he's great, Ricky Gervais is, to be honest. But I do like old school, like Morecambe and Wise and Laurel and Hardy and things like that. What have we got here? I'm going to go through some because a lot of them are electric car videos. I will do some of them. Victorious Secrets. What are the best and worst things about being a vlogger? The best things are you get to travel a lot, and the worst things are you get to travel a lot and you don't get to see your family. Saying that, I probably get to see more of my family than a lot of people actually think, because when I'm in places like this, I'll film 3 or 4 videos a day, then I'll go back to the UK and edit them. Meeting people are the best things about being a vlogger. Meeting viewers out on the street, etc., and out and about when they come to say hi. Love that. It's absolutely fantastic, and that outweighs all the negative keyboard warriors, etc. So there we go. We've got I'm just going to go through these. This is Paul from Brighton. Hi Lee, I remember you brought a book a while ago with best places to eat in the UK, and you crossed a couple off. Any plans to visit more in the book? Yes, there are, Paul. What was it called? I'm trying to think what it was called. But yes, there are. I love that book. And the only thing is, with the UK being so dark and rainy and dull at the moment, with it being winter, it's a bit difficult. So it's more of a summer thing, that is. What's your favourite memory? This is from Adam McGuinness. What's your favourite memory from all the great content you created, and why? Easy one, this. All the videos that I've done with my mother, with my late mother, they are very dear to me, very special. I miss my mum a massive amount, a great deal, and I made a lot of videos with her, and they're the ones that I normally sit and watch back. I never really watch any videos back of myself because I'm not that vain, and I've had enough by the time I've edited it. But the ones with my mum in, it gave me a bit tearful actually. I love seeing the ones with my mum in, so they're the ones that I have my most favourite memories from, with my mum in them. Lee, what's your signature dish that you cook from scratch? Easy one, that. Marmalade on toast and crunchy nut cornflakes. I'm not a cook, I don't profess to be. I stick to what I'm good at, and that's not one of them. We've got, what have we got here? If you only had to review, this is from David Reagan, if you only had to review one type of meal and no others, which meal would you choose? Easy, fish and chips. Love fish and chips. Obviously that shows in my content. Get off fly. What's your opinion of, this is from Jason HL4LW, what's your opinion of plug-in hybrids? We just picked up a Mercedes shooting brake. I'm not keen on hybrids, if I'm honest. It's kind of not committing to either, is it? It's not committing to petrol, it's not committing to electric. So not my, I'm being attacked by a ghost here now. Oh, there we go. There you go. We're not re-recording this. I'm just going to pin this back. Here we go. I'll pin this back. I can do this. Here we go. There we go. Right. Okay. Showing my skill there. We've got another one here. Les Hackett. Hi Lee, the MacMaster. My name is Les. My question is, how many more years do you need to keep your Taycan before you break even on the overall cost? Many years. I don't think I'll ever recoup on the overall cost. My word, it is windy here in Tenerife today. We have got, I'm just skipping through some of them here. This is Andrew Howe. Hi Lee, I love your channel and content. It's fantastic. Will you be going back to New York City again? I'm really interested and love photography. Would you consider doing a vlog on your favourite architecture in the city? And as a special request, I'd love to take their pictures. Could you include some of Hoboken Terminal? Yes, I'm going to go back to New York and New Jersey and Hoboken. I shall always be going back there because my mates are there, and that's where my heart is, there really, with the place. So yes, I will, and yes, I'll be doing more videos there of Hoboken. Unos, what are your favourite flight? Who are your favourite flight company to travel with, and do you have a favourite aircraft to travel on? Keep up the good work and onwards. My favourite flight company now are JetBlue. On long haul, I think they're great. They've started just doing long haul last year or the year before. JetBlue are fantastic. I love them to bits. One of the pilots that I went on, one of the planes actually watches me, and also another gentleman that actually works with JetBlue watches me as well, and spotted me on one of my trips. When I'm going short haul around the UK and around Europe, I mean, I'd go with Jet2, to be honest. They seem to be great, and they do Yorkshire tea. I'll read this one out. Rhoda Borrocks, would you consider taking us to a local dogging spot one night and do a survey to discover what percentage of the participants are driving EVs? Also, how many charging points do they have there, and do the EV participants really flash their lights less than others? And do they pack those special little brown little sandwiches, etc.? Give it some thought before answering. This would be a big one. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to, so long as they can spare some of their sandwiches and I don't have to take part. Of course I would. You can have, this is from Danny29X. You can have any car ever made. You can even convert it from ICE to EV or EV to ICE. The only rule is you can't pick a Porsche. What would you have, Danny? That is a brilliant question. I like that one, Danny. and it's easy. I'd go for a Ford Capri Mark II, I reckon. Ford Capri Mark II. Would I convert it to an EV? Absolutely not. No. Why would I convert a really, really good car that has heart and soul to an EV? Definitely not. But I would have that. I'd have a brand new one or refurbished, etc. What else have we got here? If you could turn back time, which Porsche would you buy and why instead of that electric bomb? I'd probably have one of the original, it's a Porsche, was it a Speedster, one of the old style Porsches. There was one on one of my videos that I filmed in Leeds Porsche the other week, and that'd be the one I'd have. It was about 160 grand now, so it's obviously gained in value. That would be the one that I would have. We've got what have we got here? Where do you see this channel? This is from Nigel8499. Where do you see this channel in 2 to 3 years time, content wise, countries visited, and number of subs? 2 to 3 years time, difficult to say. I'm 53, 54 this Christmas day, so, and I have a 3-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl and older children as well, older girls as well. So I would say in 2 to 3 years time, not doing daily vlogs as I'm doing now, because I want to spend more time with my children and I'm getting on a little bit. So sub wise, I would guess it in 2 to 3 years time, 200,000, 300,000 subs, something like that. But I probably won't be doing as many videos then, to be honest. The next year, 2024, I'll try and do daily vlogs as I'm doing now. And then the year after, I'll probably cut it down. My idea is to cut it down to 2 to 3 a week or something like that, and go different places. Okay, so we've got, getting wet now. Is it raining? No clouds in the sky. Oh, the lady's spraying, oh man, spraying disinfectant or something. It stinks. Right, on the board. When can we see Silver Fox again? This is Matt Hussey on our screens. You were both comedy gold in our house. Hope you are doing well, and thank you for your content. I would say February, maybe January or February. Silver Fox will be back. Travel with Taz. What do you enjoy doing when you are not creating content for your channel? I'm always creating content for my channel at the moment, with it being daily vlogging. At the weekend when I get time, I just spend it with Sarah and the kids, to be honest, and we just potter around the house in Leeds, in Pudsey or whatever, or we go out occasionally and go for Sunday dinner and things like that. So just spending it with my family. Here we go. I'm just going to go through some of these. You put a lot of, this is Daz Preston 69, you put a lot of videos out for entertainment and our interest. So do you ever get stuck on ideas for content, like a novelist gets writer's block, and how do you get past it? Sometimes, but you know, I tend to fly by the seat of my pants with the videos, to be honest. I don't have any plans with them. I don't have any sort of like ideas. I'll go, oh, do you know what, the weather's terrible in England this week, I'm going to go over to Tenerife or whatever and do some videos, or New York and do some videos. And I kind of just video my daily life and wander around the place and just see what there is and take you guys with me. So I try not to script it too much. I have a basic idea of what I'm going to do, but I think if you script something, it isn't genuine. So I just go out there with a camera or a phone on a stick and do what I've got to do. Lee, you have travelled extensively, and often what country or region is on your bucket list? My bucket list is Australia, which I'm trying to get to next year. I've had to keep putting it off because of cost and logistics, etc. But I have got to do it. Jeff's in Thailand at the moment, Jeff Carter. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go January or February and head off over there to Australia, and the weather's really good as well. We've got this is Michael, Mia Charlotte Pluckett. Sorry, my eyesight's getting worse. That's why I'm doing. I feel like my dad. My dad used to do that. Look at the bottom of his glasses because the These are varifocals. What's the best recommended fish and chips? Is it Las Americas or Los Cristianos? Best recommended fish and chips at Tenerife, you know, is Palms for me. So I love it. They're absolutely fantastic. The real Rem. Great content recently. What does the head mean at the start of your intro? Head of a film, I believe it is. It's like a film strip, and it always said head on it. It's from a stock video footage, that is. So we've got JP Morn. What camera equipment do you have? It looks like you use a smartphone with a stand and an external mic. What computer hardware and software do you use for editing? James Marnham, Limerick, Ireland. I use an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is what I'm filming on now, with Filmic Pro and a microphone and a stand. And I also have the 15 Pro, which is here in the 14 Pro as well. I do have Pro cameras. They're in the description. I don't use them for videoing with because they bring too much attention to yourself, and you can't hold them up because they're too heavy, and they don't get you any better. You don't get you any better quality than a phone does these days in daylight. If you're filming at night, then it will do. We've got here. We've got hello. This is Cat Got Frooned. Hello Lee. It's not really a question, but me and my mum have said we would love to meet you one day. Her name is Alison. Could you give us a shout out on your next vlog if that's okay? I can. Hello there, Alison. How you doing? And then we go on to the next one, which is Darren Giles. Hi Lee, when travelling, what is your carry-on luggage of choice, and are there any others you recommend? I just have a small suitcase. My last one broke, which was a Swiss. Now I think I've got a Samsonite or something, and I carry my backpack with my in case. I think that's what my backpack is, and that's all I carry. What else have we got here? I'm new to your channel. This is from David Webster. Hello Lee, I'm new to your channel. My question is, how are you going to charge your car when the huge elephant in the room, electric lorries, become the next big brainwash push? I think a few hours charge is bad. Wait till you've got to complete with a mighty juggernaut. I would presume that they'd have different charges, like they have different places to fill their cars up, I guess. But I don't believe they're going to be the future anyway. So there we go. Next one. We've got, it's another vehicle one, I'll skip that one for now. Hi, Lee, instead of just a vlog on questions, do a live stream answering subscribers' questions and maybe a competition merch giveaway. That's Graham Carswell. I'm not really overly comfortable doing lives, I have to say. I've always been honest about that. I don't know why. I always say it's like, I feel it's like the Wizard of Oz, where they pull back the curtain and it's just an old bloke on a machine twisting, pedaling a thing around. So I guess if I did a live, you'd pull back the curtain and you'd see that the MacMaster's really just an old bloke from Mansfield with a phone on a stick. So that's probably why. Big Lippy, are you meeting up with your good friend Jeff Carter again, making more movies? You're both fantastic together. Yes, I will be. He's in Thailand. Hopefully I'll meet him. He is going around different places in Thailand, and I'm going to go over to Australia. But I'll be meeting up with Jeff Carter again. Love the guys. We're really good friends. So, did you ever get bought a train set for your birthday? I did. I had lots of Hornby train sets. I was a massive train set fan, and my dad put them together and nailed it together on a piece of hardboard. Great times. Right, Mark George. This is a good one. Hi Lee, ours would be, how do you really cope with all the haters? You seem to take it on the chin, but sometimes it must get you down. We love watching your vlogs. Love Mark and Melanie. Easy, this one. The haters don't get me down at all. My mum always used to say, and she's always in my head, she used to say to me, well, people are talking about you. When people are not talking about you, that is when to worry. And they're watching my videos, and they tend to scrutinize them more than the people who actually like watching my videos do. So I love the haters. Keep watching. They're clicking up the views. Doesn't bother me at all. I can take the mickey out of myself. So there's nothing that they can say that would bother me in the least. However, I do think that, you know, it does bother some people. So you have to look into it a little bit. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, so we will go on to the next one, which is, Morning Lee, my question is, what car would you have next, and where would the first journey be in it? I would have a 911 next, if I could afford it, after losing all the money on my Porsche Taycan. And where would I go in it? I would probably go to Cornwall, I would have thought, somewhere like that. What else have we got here? Would you ever consider opening, this is Dan Hayes, would you ever consider opening your own restaurant? I'd love to open my own bar, not so much restaurant. I often wanted to open my own bar in Hoboken, but, you know, I'm probably a bit too old for it now, to be honest, and I just want to do my videos and then, as I say, in a couple of years, back off a little bit and just spend time with my kids. So, because, you know, that's what matters. So, what else have we got here? Ryan Iscard. Do you still like walking around London, England? Love London, England, and I love walking around it. Driving around it, I don't. I think that the Mayor of London has completely ruined that city, in my opinion, but that's controversial. But yeah, I love London. It's great. What else have we got here? Stay with me. I'm going to keep reading these out as much as I can. And if you are new to the channel, by the way, please do hit the subscribe button and show me a little bit of love. I'm trying to do this one because it's difficult to do videos and edit them and go out and film as well. So I thought I'll do a question and answer one, and then this is easy to put out while I can go out filming again as well, and it gives you a bit more of an insight. Here's a question, Lee. Who has better fashion sense, you or the Silver Fox? Vincent, I'd say neither, to be honest, because he's an old man dressing like a young man, and I'm a guy from Mansfield who drives a really expensive car and wears naff clothes. Although my merchandise is good if you want to get some of that. Other than that, I wear George at Asda. Clothing didn't really bother me, to be honest, but there you go. I wear my merch. I like that. It's a grey shirt. Anyway, when I'm not wearing that, because my girlfriend doesn't like me wearing merchandise around her, just wear stuff from Asda. I'm not interested. I'm not into all the designer labels and stuff like that. Pretentious rubbish, and it's all made in the same blooming place in wherever, in the Middle East or wherever. We've got Louis Pennon. My little boy Dylan, who's 12, wants to know if you will try doing Fuerteventura series. I keep saying I will, but I haven't done. It's basically because I think it's easy to come to Tenerife because I've got friends here. So that's probably why I haven't done Fuerteventura. But yeah, I'd love to do it. Maybe I'd do Lanzarote and then go over to Fuerteventura. PHS. I always wondered, did you ever work at Linney, which is a print place? I worked for Linney's when they owned the Mansfield Shad newspaper, but I didn't work for Linney Print themselves. We've got here, what are your, this is a good one, Steve O'Barker. What are your favourite other YouTube channels? Not your pals ones, but ones you like. Easy one, Casey Neistat, obviously, but he doesn't do a lot of videos recently. Don't get a chance to watch a lot of YouTube. I do watch them. I do like Beard Meets Food. He's my guilty pleasure, I have to say. Beard Meets Food is fantastic. So I watch that while I'm designing the thumbnails. That's when I try and watch YouTube videos. I also watch a couple of others. I watch Marcus Brownlee occasionally, but that's about it really. I try and, obviously I watch my mates' YouTube channels, but Casey's my favourite. He's fantastic. I watch Peter McKinnon as well. What have we got here? Hi Lee, Warren here from Wrexham, North Wales. What does the future hold for vlogging? The future for me for vlogging will be next year to carry on doing as I'm doing, and the year after to back off a little bit and maybe do, like I say, 2 or 3 a week. I think I answered that earlier on. It's hard work. It takes a lot of filming and editing and time to do it. A lot of people, you get a lot of comments going, oh, what a great job, it's fantastic, you're always away. But what they don't see is, if they actually saw the reality of it, is me up at 4 a.m. in the morning with my eyes pinned apart after being out late filming, editing the video to then go out and get it uploaded and go out and film again. So it's not as much fun as it sounds, but there are worse jobs. The Wrexham reviewer. Oh, the Wrexham reviewer. Hello. You are on death row and asked for your last meal request. What is it and where from? A cake with a nail file in it. Fish and chips with a nail file in it, so I can escape. Hi Lee. What's the best hotel you have stayed in at Tenerife, and for what? And what is your best location in Tenerife? Or don't you have one? Best location is Costa Adeje, and I think the Bougainville Player is my favourite hotel that I've stayed in. Steam, diesel or electric locomotives? Steam. What else have we got here? Batter or breadcrumbs? This is from Redcar. Is that Steve? Batter, easily. Breadcrumbs, they're all right, but not for a chippy. There is a great chippy that does breadcrumbs, but it's got to be batter. Hi Lee, if you could live your life again, what would you do different? Oh, comic buyer, that's a good question actually. What would I do different? I would, that's a really difficult question, that is. What would I do different? Probably, what would I do different? I'm not sure I can answer that. Would I do anything different? I would learn from my mistakes, and I'd learn from my mistakes. I don't want to say it on camera, but there'd be certain things that I wouldn't have done. But then again, would I? I probably wouldn't do anything different, because it could have a negative effect. So, you know, I'm happy with, I've got my children here, and that's it. So I probably wouldn't do anything different. What else have we got here? What was your first car? It was a Nissan Micra, little red Nissan Micra. That my parents bought me actually, and they surprised me with it. My dad said, I'm going to get my camera bag out of the car in the garage, and then I went in the garage and there was a little red Nissan Micra there, and I loved it. Cleaned it every week. It was great, fantastic. Reese Crofton, hi Lee, what's your advice for anyone who wants to get into the YouTube industry, and if you ever get hate comments, how do you deal with them? What's my advice to everyone who gets into the YouTube industry? Work hard, keep at it. Do your best. And how do you deal with the comments, the hate comments? Just ignore them and just have a laugh at them, really, because anyone who comes out with hate comments are obviously jealous, and they're obviously sad because they haven't really got anything better to do. There's certain channels that I don't like, but I don't go online and say, oh, I don't like you, I hate you, and this and blah blah blah, because I've got better stuff to do. So just ignore them. They're just sad. What else have we got on here? I'll keep going through a little bit. We've got W. Keeling. I know you used to live in New York. Would you ever consider moving out of the UK again, or are you settled down now? Probably getting a little too old to move out there again, and I've got Sarah and my children, and at the moment it would be easy to go if Sarah wanted to come with me, because my older children have grown up and they could come over. But I've got younger children. Sarah won't move out of Leeds, and by the time my younger children have got older, I'm going to be too old to be moving, and so probably not now, unfortunately. But I've done it, so I'll keep visiting it. My name is Mia. What is your favourite breakfast spot? Oh, that's a good question. My favourite breakfast spot. I don't particularly have one favourite breakfast spot. That's from Mia Charlotte Plunkett. I don't really have one favourite breakfast spot, to be fair. If it was in Tenerife, I'd probably say Lily's English Tea Terrace. I like it there. The owners are from Mansfield, but you know, CBR Dan, get a real job. I'm only joking. Just watched your video about people moaning, saying get a real job. Let the haters hate. Do they realise they are helping you make money? They don't. Again, with the haters, they're helping me make money by watching the videos. So I will say to the haters, in your face, keep watching, keep hating. The Ginger Guide, how much do you make each month roughly? How much do you make each month roughly? The Ginger Guide. I do all right, and it pays well. But if you work it out per hour, it probably is not that good. But it pays enough. There we go. But it's not all about money, is it? Saying that, is it? It's not all about money, but money does come into it because you have to have money to live. People who say it's not all about money, you know, that's it. Anyway, Christine Quinnell. Hi Lee, does your girlfriend moan about you never being about, and also you're going to make a decent woman of her? Bit controversial. Do you know, I'm not never about, because I do film 3 or 4 videos in the day. So when you're watching a video, I'm probably back at home. And am I going to make a decent woman out of her? Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe I should. But at the moment, I've seen people get married. They've been together years, and I've seen people get married and then they split up. Well, I've been together with Sarah now for 12 years, and we're still together. So I don't really want to jinx it by then making an honest woman of her and then splitting up. What else have we got here? I'm assuming your channel was first about food and travel, but it seems now you've morphed into food and cars. It seems that was a complete accident due to you posting about your dissatisfaction with the milk floats. I can tell you really don't like the car, and for now you're stuck with it. But when do you eventually get shut of it? Will you carry on doing car-related content? I mean, I haven't really just morphed into food and cars. I do like travel videos on planes, etc., and things like that. So I'd probably still carry on doing car stuff. The channel is just a general entertainment thing, really. I just like to bring a little bit of fun into people's lives. So that's it, really. We've got hi Lee, what made do your YouTube channel in the first place? I'm called Mark, York Media. I sat in Hoboken watching Casey Neistat. I was a graphic designer. I was fed up of doing graphic design. I was also doing corporate video, and I said I want to do I'd love to do YouTube. And a mate of mine, she was sat there and said, well, you could do it, you've got the personality for it. However, if I look back at the original videos, my personality was a little bit shyer than it is now, because you do get used to it. So the people that are thinking of doing YouTube videos carry on doing it, and the more you get used to it, the better it gets. So it was a friend of mine. She told me to do it, and I did it. So there we go. I'm going to go through some of these. On all your travels, did anyone use you to get out of their boring lives? Do you know what? Did anyone use me? Well, did anyone use me? I think people who watch the channel know that answer. But whether they had boring lives or not is a different thing. Maybe they had good lives and they just wanted to, you know, get some subscribers, etc. But I'm not really. I don't really have any bad feelings towards them. Let them get on with it. And then we'll finish off with Capybara. MacMaster is the best. Thank you very much. I'm flattered. So there we go. That is your questions answered. If you would like to know any questions of your own and you'd like them answered, maybe pop them in the comment section down below, and I'll try and do another questions and answers if you liked it. If you did like it, please do hit the thumbs up. It was something a little bit different. I thought, do you know what? I haven't answered your questions, so there we go. Right, thank you for watching. I'm going to drink the rest of my cider. I'm also going to go out with my mate Daniel in Tenerife tonight and film another food video, and then I'm filming another video tomorrow, and then I'm filming everything. I'm trying to get 2 or 3 done a day. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.